Hello and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play World of Tanks. This episode I've had quite a few different suggestions as to what people want to see. I know one person was calling to see a little bit of tank destroyer tactics and artillery tactics, but that's actually why I'm playing my low right, caught myself there, my lion, or Luva, and that's, Luve? Jeez, gotta get ridiculed for this. Let's go with lion. Lion sounds a little more easier for my Americanese. So anyway, I'm playing my lion so I can actually earn the credits I need so I can get the G-Dub Panther, and also so that I can end up getting the ISU 152, because that actually has the highest penetration in the game when you get the BL-10. So I kind of want to get those two, and those are going to be the two tanks I really want to work on. Ouch. Good shot on his part. But yeah, so I have some other things in mind. I want to show you guys a little bit of tactics that I found, or that I was using in a recorded game, because I've noticed a lot of people seem to not do the proper thing, and it kind of gets them in trouble more than it benefits them, because they kind of, well, you'll see in the video. But, oh man, I am slow without this engine. But needless to say, if you were to follow the tips and tactics I'm going to show, it really will make a big difference for your team. Not necessarily yourself, but the important thing is that your team is doing well. Come on. There we go. I'm going to choose my target wisely there. Stupid slow tank. Repair engine is a must. Why are you doing that? And now I'm trapped. Gah. There's a reason why I'm not shooting that PC-3-4. Hopefully you guys kind of figure it out as to why I'm not shooting it and I'm focusing on a different tank. Uh-oh. Okay, I definitely need to turn around. There. Alright, okay, definitely gonna need to repair the engine. T-3045s, Pershings, more Pershings. Let's see if we can go back and take care of them. But yeah, so, in the lion here to try and earn some credits so I can go ahead and get rolling with the stuff I wanted to get back on track with. Now that the T-34 is unlocked, I can finally get back to doing the fun things that I want to do. Ow, come on, that's a wasted shot. I should have... Grr. Come on, you should get them. We can hold them up. No, we cannot hold them up. All those KVs right in my way. There we go. Yay. Grr. So many things. Get back on track. T-34 is unlocked. Everything is good. Now just to get the other tanks that I want to get. Not the one I wanted to shoot, but it'll have to do. Kind of need to focus on one tank. Well, our team needs to hurry up and cap, because I cannot sit here and hold this for much longer. Ooh, I'm bouncing though. Yeah, the lion is awesome. If you need to make credits, this is the tank for you. 30 some odd hit points left. Worth it. Not what I wanted to do, but it'll keep him busy for a little bit. Something's right next to me and I probably can't stand up to it. Yeah, it's just a tiger. More importantly, it's taking out these mediums in front of me. Nice. Just dodging left and right here, and there we go. There's a victory. I'll take it. Only one kill, but look at the credits. That's because I was just damaging everything. Sniper. Well, I'll take sniper. So yeah, let me go show you guys the tactics I'm talking about after a little bit of a nifty show of what the T-34 can do if you put it in the right hands. So I'm still trying to learn the T-34 here. I mean, I play it just like a T-29, the fact that it basically is a T-29 with a better gun, more hit points, and worse matchmaking, if you wanted to look at it that way. But it's, the problem is I'm still in the mindset of the T-32, so I'm used to being able to take a few hits here and there and bounce off quite a bit off the front. Whereas this thing, quite a bit more fragile, takes a lot of placement in the map and knowing how to properly align it so that you're not sitting there with your hole exposed so people can go right through it and do full damage. Unfortunately, in this map, though, I seem to not know how to play it, because I figure, yeah, why not charge ahead? It's, I don't know why, but I had the notion that I probably need to capture this hill in front of me. For some odd reason, you know, high ground is important. Figured I might as well go for it. No one seemed to have gotten to me yet. So I kept pushing for it, kind of trying to edge my way back past the hill so that I don't have to worry about it too much. And wasting a shell there because, I mean, it's two tier 5s that aren't really going to find anything. There's no artillery to have to worry about, so they're just kind of going to get behind our lines and annoy things. So up on top of the hill like this, I figure I can probably try and use my gun depression to my advantage. And it's one of those things where actually, instead of trying to edge out and hit those two, I decided to go for a heavier target because I needed to eliminate the threats to me at the moment. Those two guys down below weren't going to do too much to me where they're at. They'd have to come all the way up and around. Whereas this Tiger and the KV-5 have a better line of sight to my hull and are able to hit me. So using the giant cannon, I really don't have to worry about aiming for soft spots all that much. More so just worry about hitting the tanks themselves. Now, the problem is it's just Tigers on a KV-5. I'm not worried too much about those. It's the T-34s on the opposite end of the board that I need to be concerned with. Because these things, yeah, while they'll pick away at me, it's more of a I need to take them out before they start to overwhelm me thing. It's not like it's a head-to-head duel where I need to stress myself. But behind me, though, a T-34 is onto my game here, so I really need to get out of there the moment that my track's up repaired. See, I got lucky with that. That could have been the difference between me being at 1,000 hit points left and then 500. So, and that would have been all the difference in the world against the KV-5 and Tiger that's in front of me. Now, the funny thing is, this thing is actually taking quite a bit of hits, and typically it can't, and it's, I guess, a mix of the tanks that I'm facing, but also the fact that a lot of the tanks below me are just bouncing off my turret. Something that they don't know is the side of the turret is just completely fragile. I think there's 100 some odd hit points to it, whereas the front of the hull is about the same, but the front of the turret and the rear of the turret are actually armored upwards of 200. So it's one of those things where, well, more than 200. But needless to say, it's one of those things where the size of the turret and then the entire hull are just fair game. It's a tank where you really got to angle yourself and just play your cards right. Now, as to why they weren't focusing in on me, and as to why those two mediums did not decide to go circle around this hill and come up behind me is beyond me. Because that would have completely just killed me. There's nothing I could have done to counter all that damage. Especially the, since it's both a T-44 and a Type 59, they would have been doing easily 200 damage a shot to me. And they really needed to be behind me where it'd take me forever to turn around or get away from them. So they really should have thought about that one. Because there's easy access up around that bank to get up to the top of this hill. And I would have been in trouble at that point. There's nothing I would have been able to do to stop it. And I would have had no backup. So a tactic that they should have used was to realize that they're not doing enough to the tanks in front of them, come eliminate the biggest threat up top, and then there you go. You already eliminated a big 500 damage dealer. But as to why they didn't, it's just, I guess, lack of attention on their part to come up and realize that that's what they could have done and change the scope of the battle. But overall, I mean, this tank is all about just edging out oh so slightly, and that's what prevented them from doing anything to me on that hill, is they would have only been able to see my hull for the most part, thus keeping me alive and in the game. Whereas a more attentive player, not gonna say smart because I'm sure they're just as good and just weren't thinking at the time or paying attention to it, was if they had swung around that hill, figuring they can't do anything to the tanks that they're fighting, they would have changed the course of the battle completely. But since they didn't, I was able to just take advantage of the slope of the hill, only exposing my turret when I needed to, taking the hits where I knew it was going to be fine. So overall, I mean, I killed some tier 7 stuff and some tier 8, but I mean, that's the battle for you when you're on the top of the list. You do what you can and eliminate the biggest threats to you. So, picked up a steel wall and a sniper, which is uncommon for a T-34, especially from the beginning, to get a steel wall. But I'm not gonna be shying away from that at all. Steel wall's pretty impressive in a tank that has no armor in the hull. Yeah, so apparently I'm doing nothing but super heavies this episode. Now, it's odd when you're on the top. Obviously, you know you're going to do some heavy damage, but you also know that you can get flanked and overwhelmed pretty easily. So it's kind of one of those, you got to play it safe even though you know you can take quite a few hits. And I'm also assuming that you guys want to see games where I'm doing really well and do some impressive stuff rather than have to sit around and watch me get cornered and gunned down like if I'm on the bottom of the list. It's not exactly a... how do you want to put it? Well, it's not... I'm looking at it as it's not the most fun to watch me just get gutted. I'm trying to give you guys entertaining material. And also this one, I show a lot of a tactic that I see a lot of people ignoring. But anyway, this episode's actually kind of going to be a little short because of the fact that I'm recording this at 7:30 in the morning. And I still need to go to work. And then I'm off to head up to Cold Wars today. So I'm going to try and put this up, and it should go up while I'm on my way up to Cold Wars. So hopefully everyone gets to see it this whole weekend. And that's why I'm not going to really have any content or why I'm going to be on World of Tanks at all. I'm going to miss out, which is going to suck for my experience, but well, can't play it every night. So quickly talking about Cold Wars, if anyone's interested in Flames of War, Cold Wars is a doubles tournament where you have 1,000 points a player with 200 points flex that you can take away from your army and add to another. So our list is Germans. We're running Viking and also, or Viking and what is the other one? And just standard Grenadiers. So it turns out that we were able to fit a bunch of Panthers and Stoogs along with Nebelwerfers, Grenadiers, Pack 40s, and 88s. So it should be an interesting list, but we're gonna see a lot of ISUs. So now here's exactly what I'm trying to discuss. I could have shot that slugger. Could have easily killed that slugger, no problem. One shot at him, one hit, whatever. But you see, it's more the fact that I want to keep this Panzer II alive as long as I can, and also, what's the bigger threat to me? Obviously that slugger is not going to do a whole heck of a lot to me. So I need a target priority, the heavy target that I know is going to destroy me. And now that there's nothing else within my reach here, I might as well take care of the slugger so that I don't have to deal with him later on, or that he can't get behind me. So my immediate priority there was to take out the the IS-4, which could do damage to me and potentially kill me, and then deal with the slugger on my own terms. And I mean, yeah, that's kind of a mean move that I did there just to ram him. I didn't want to waste the shell, and I knew he wasn't really going to go anywhere. I mean, obviously, if he tried to run around me, I could have just shot him again, but I figured, you know what, I don't want to waste a shell, might as well go for it. So here we go again, exact same circumstance. There's a slugger, a low, and an IS-3. I'm going to prioritize the target that I know I can hit without exposing myself to the other tanks there, even though I know that IS-3 is a little bit lower. But the low and the IS-3 do stand the highest chance of doing damage to me. So I want to take them out instead of taking out the slugger, because obviously why would I waste a shot on something that's simple and easy that anyone can kill and that won't do damage to me. So figure if a teammate swings around and grabs him, great. That way I don't have to deal with him, and I can focus in on these tanks that actually are going to do damage to me. Which is something I see a lot of people, they just go for the easy kills. That's not the right maneuver you should be making. A tank that you know is not going to hurt you should be ignored until the last minute possible. I mean, yeah, while the low and the IS-3 haven't done any damage yet, that isn't to say that they can't. It's just bad rolls on their part. I know for a fact that E-75s can be penetrated and killed by lows and IS-3s. It's just I got lucky those couple rolls where they were not aiming at my lower glacial or just were unlucky with the accuracy. So now that I have the M12, the thing that can actually do a heck of a lot of damage, I can focus on him. Now that that's clear, I can focus on the low. Again, target priority, what is important to me. Yeah, the Slugger did kill a 3001H. That's just the fact that, you know what, I'm not going to sit there and waste my time getting hits, wasting shells on a Slugger while other tanks are going to hit me and take off giant chunks of my health. So again, with the ramming there, figured if I didn't kill him with the shot, I wanted to not waste another one. But it's, again, target priority. What's within your reach? What's there? You want to go for the heavier things that you know are going to damage you and kill you. Don't go for the light, simple, easy kills. So what if your kill count is higher than everyone else's? If you're dead and then they still have a bunch of tier 9s alive and you have no tier 9s to counter them, then you haven't done your job. It doesn't matter who you, or how many or who of what you killed. It's about trying to get the other team as even or as less, what do you want to say, at a lesser standing than you. So that way that you guys can overwhelm them with your lower levels and not have to deal with their higher levels that can easily take them out. So, as you guys heard in that video, I was running a different mod. That was the Real Guns and Real Impact Damage mod. So it's really awesome sound files. I will try and hunt them down and link those in the description along with every other mod that I run. So hopefully that you guys will install them and enjoy them if they're your sort of thing. I know a lot of people like the vanilla sort of stuff, but I'd like to change it up every so often. So anyway, my Twitter's in the bottom. You can always reach me there. Of course, when you post on my videos, I do try and read them all and get back to you. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning into my episode here, and I will catch you guys in the next one, where hopefully I will have a nice, lovely new TD and an SPG to show you guys some stuff. So yeah, there's your tactic tip. Be choosy in your targets. Thank you guys. See you next time.